right, it's good to see you out here. I'm going to do a little bit of thanking some people too. Randy hit a lot of the same people I'm going to. Obviously, Knoxville KTVA Boys Credit Union for being a sponsor for us. All occasions, from the tables, the chairs, the linens, all that stuff, even helping with the setup, donating for that for us. Our administration, the ones that are here, obviously, Mr. Romero, Mr. Martin, and Dr. Spees, really appreciate them being here. Also, Mr. Eager, Ms. Forster, and Mr. Carruthers as well, for being just supporting us through here and supporting the program. Obviously, the football board members bear a lot of the brunt of the work that goes into this, and they kind of delegate those things out. So I want to thank those board members that stay on top of all the tasks that need to be done and try to keep me in line with what we got to get done in that. Just thank you guys for everything you do. And any of you that are thinking about getting involved in that or are going to be involved in that, really thank you for doing that as well. Because I know it's a job that doesn't pay you anything, but it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. I really appreciate that. So just thank you for everything y'all done for the West football program. A few people that Randy did mention, it's kind of, some other people that are kind of behind the scenes that work here in this school that do a lot of things for us as coaches. Daisy Hogan up in the front office, she does just a little bit of everything. I mean, she's, I can go to her and talk to her. Daisy saves all the scout reports that I put together in a Google Drive on her computer, so something we always joke about. We're probably going to publish some kind of book of just scouting reports over all the years. There'll probably be some guy that's crazy about football that'll buy it like me or something like that. So, anyway, one of the other ladies that do a lot for us is Julie Townsend. Julie really just does it all. She prints all practice plans, any scripts, any game plans, anything like that for us. Even if it comes down to there's a day where it gets so busy that I forget to eat lunch or don't have time for it, she's always got a 100 Granny bar and a Mountain Dew for me and Coach Elton in her office for us. So sometimes that's all you get, but really want to thank her. She would do anything for this football program in the school. A couple of guys that, if you guys ever watch film on Huddle, these two guys are very important to that. Brian Crawford, he's back there filming right now, and then Jim Sawyers, they do some of our filming, obviously, and it gets put on Huddle. Couldn't do it without you guys. I mean, that's the most important tool for improvement for our kids and for what we do as coaches. So really want to thank you guys. Yes. The next group, Randy kind of hit on it. I mean, some of this stuff, like, I think we kind of affectionately call it the Saturday morning potty posse. And I mean, that is a job that nobody wants, I promise you. It is cleaning up a locker room and toilets for 100+ teenage boys. And that is not a fun job. I don't want that job either. So, those guys do an amazing job. It's, we go get in there on Saturday mornings and they come in and they just get after it. And it's amazing to see that. I really want to thank you guys for that. Giving up their Saturday mornings, just make sure that our locker room is clean and sanitary and sanitized so our kids stay healthy through all that. We obviously do Thursday spaghetti dinners. We want to thank all our parents that are involved in that. Reverend Jackson, when he comes and speaks, he does a great job. It's a great message for our kids. I want to thank him. It's, obviously for me personally, it's one of the highlights of the week. Pre-game meals, varsity and JV, I mean, this is just something that, you don't even really think, but it has to get done. I mean, if we're going to keep these kids here after school, we've got to feed them. We got to give them something to eat before they go play. And so, parents, you guys know who you are. It's too long of a list to name everybody, but it's just an unbelievable job with that. So thank you guys for that, for sure. Our Sunday meal crew, you guys know who you are. I mean, I can say this, I talked to a lot of other coaches around the area, and I don't think anybody really does it the same way that you guys do. The meals are unbelievable. That's probably one of the first questions that gets asked on Sunday when we come in is, who's bringing the meal today? You know, and I'll say this: there's definitely some of those meals that are better than others, but they're all pretty good. That being said, I mean, and I'll say this: you parents, even the group of parents, when we get in football season, I probably eat as many meals from you guys as I do at my own house. I mean, because it's Thursday, Friday, Sunday, JV games on Monday. We're getting a sandwich with a bag of chips or whatever, but it's unbelievable what you guys do and the effort you put in. So thank you so much for that. One other group that I definitely don't want to leave out is some of our game day personnel. We have a couple guys that do some photography, Rob Taylor and Ben King. They've done that throughout the season. And this is something that, it's one of these jobs that Officer Taylor does this for us in coordinating security and managing all the guys that we have working there. I mean, that's a job where, you know, you don't really worry about it until you need it, until something's going on, and they're there to protect us and you guys in the stands. They do a great job of that. Our press box staff, you know, for their attention to detail and work behind the scenes, just to make sure that the game is told accurately, managing stats, coordinating the media, or any last-minute challenges, it really makes a difference for us. So thank you guys for that. Dave Gaughan, Steve Claylow, James Freeman, Cody Graves, and Chris Smith. You know, all those guys aren't here, but I appreciate the guys that are here. Glad they can make it. And, you know, thank you for everything you do and all the years that you've been doing this. So give those guys a hand because they do it. One other thing I want to recognize is what I guess I would say is our performance coach, Ted Anslet. He's done an amazing job with our kids. You know, he's also, you know, one of the guys that hold up to the things so other teams can't get the signals. That maybe is as important as anything, but he's done an amazing job on Mondays with our kids and just giving them a platform to learn how to handle things and how to handle adversity and go through that. Can't tell him how much I thank you for that. And along with that, his wife Tracy for sharing his time with us. So I really thank you for that. I don't know if Michelle's here tonight, but I definitely want to thank her. To be honest, I mean, we got through about halfway through the year. You know, not to laugh at her or anything, but we thought we were going to lose Michelle in the middle of the year. I mean, she had some a health scare. It was really tough. Michelle does a great job. I think these guys probably would tell you. She takes care of our kids in every way possible. She's a great listener to them. She's a great advisor to our kids and to us as coaches. She helps keep our guys healthy and on the field. And, you know, she is a great asset for this football program. She does a lot of things that, you know, just nobody ever really sees, but she really takes care of these guys and tries to keep them on the field. So thank you, Michelle. If you ever see her, just give her a word of thanks. She does a great job with that. Finally, the guys I want to thank sitting over here, our coaching staff. Not all of them could be here. Some of them had prior engagements, some, you know, baseball practice or sporting events and different things like that. But they give so much time. We spend a lot of time together, obviously on Sundays and through the week, in a lot of high-pressure moments. So you've got to have good relationships with those guys because if you don't, it can break down really easy. I want to thank those guys, Morgan Shaver, Rory Shepard, Rodney Elby, Austin Miller, Rob Stacy, DJ Roberts, Jamie Holbrook, Tyson Seaton, Ted Anslet, Richard Harb, Rodney Ellison, and Dustin Cole. Give those guys a hand. They do an amazing job. Certainly last, but here on the list, not not least for sure is I want to thank those guys' families. They allow these men to give their time, their energy, and their heart to your sons at this program. And without that support from them, we couldn't operate. We couldn't function as a football program. But really thank everybody there. I'm sure there's people that I missed. There's so many of y'all that do so many things for us, and I tried to get everybody as best I could. I think if I didn't hit you, just know you're appreciated in the moment that what you do for us and what you do for the program. So thank you guys. Now we'll move on. We'll do some of our superlatives awards. Two people that I want to recognize in this is our two athletic trainers. They're in there, every day just like we are. They're making sure that the guys stay hydrated, they take them up if they need to be. They're assisting Michelle and however, just an extra pair of hands to get things done. So just want to call those up, McKenna Seymour and Lila McGregor, if you guys will come up. That's something for you. Give those ladies. Thank you, guys.